The beetle nest.
Every time you pass through a gate, there's going to be a loading screen which will last
Did you hear that?
around about
It's coming from
5,
over there.
10 seconds,
Bandits.
depending on what's loading on the other
We can
side.
get across that stream. I know. Why don't you use your
These are
bow?
basically bandits.
Some of that lightning the guildmaster taught you.
So I just shoot him with the bow. Takes a few shots to kill him with the lightning. Strafe a bit as well. But Whisper can heal. It doesn't really matter, you can regen health after a while. I'll get this guy's head. There we go.
We did it! Did you see the look on their faces? Wait till the guildmaster hears about this.
She runs off and tells the Guildmaster. And this, so if you have a fishing rod, you can fish there. And you find stuff like silver keys, potions, weapons, all sorts of stuff. So Whisper runs back to the training area. Yeah, and I think that's it. Those are all the quests we need to do. And as I said, that guy's quest, I'm gonna skip that. It's not 100% completion, but you know, I'm trying to go for the pure good playthrough here, so I don't want to be doing that. There is a bit more freedom. You can stretch your arms if you're playing an evil playthrough, or just a mixture in between. You can just do 100%, but with the achievements that are in this game, you don't have to be evil, and you don't have to be good. You can be whatever you want, or you can just do a 100% pure good in order to get all the achievements. If you...
The boy mastered the skills quickly, but there was always more to learn. For years, the guild was his home, his school, and his life. But as time passed, his thoughts returned always to the world outside, the life he had lost, the family that had been torn from him. At last, only the final day of tests remained. Success would mark the end of his training. He would receive the guild seal and be free to forge his own destiny. He would become a hero. Before you graduate, there is one final test you must complete. Enter the guild woods and go to the log at the top of the hill. The test will be revealed to you there. Good luck.
You can tell by like the cheekbone structure and everything on my character that he's aged slightly. In the original game, he still looked a lot like a teenager, but now with the like better graphics and like smoother textures, he looks a lot like a 40-year-old man. I don't know if that's just me, but he looks so much older. Like even as a kid. Here. No hat. Yeah, the robe again. Yeah, see? Looks a lot like a man. And already has a scar on his face. I think that's from when Whisper hit me. But yeah, you will get scars on your body. Every time you die, I believe it is, or every time you get hit, you'll get scars. I'm actually surprised that I've got a scar already, just from getting hit by Whisper then. Yeah, we need to go in for our final test.
I suppose you're wondering how you pass the final test then. It's simple. You must defeat me, using all you've learnt in your years of training. We'll begin with your sword. Hit me, if you can. Go on, fight me!
So if you miss the flurry, you can't do another one afterwards.
Very good.
Now, the charge up on this bow is a little less than the other one, but it does do a bit more damage. I think if we get really close and shoot him in the back, it'll give us a bit more skill.
Put some anger into
But if an
it.
enemy blocks it, then you won't get any points to skill unless you kill them. And just sort of strafe around and get him in the back.
A good strike. A good
blocks it.
strike.
Yeah, you can just tap X and spam at him
Excellent.
quickly. And with lightning, it's the same deal, really. Spam X.
That's enough. Yes. Quite impressive for a novice. You will find real battles rather more fatal than this. But you have passed your final test, and you're ready to receive your guild seal from the guild master.
In my opinion, it's quite an easy final test. I think the fight with Whisper is much more difficult because she actually fought back. Here we go.
Well, this is the day, lad.
I think we can choose to graduate again here, no?
Let the apprentices...
Here we go.
For many years now, you have worked hard to earn yourselves the title of hero.
Big scar on my face.
That apprenticeship ends and you go out into the world to do great deeds. Deeds that will bring you the gratitude of thousands, or strike fear into their hearts. These are dark times. The shadows of Albion are stirring, and strange winds are blowing. Your choices, whether they lead you down the path of good or evil, will change the face of the world. Now, take your guild seals and venture forth as heroes.
So he doesn't actually give you anything, he just sort of puts his hand in front of yours.
It's time for you to leave us, lad. But you're still very much part of the guild. On the map table, you will find details of any quests the people of Albion wish heroes to perform. And you'll step into the light
And
I'll
not just
show
call
you
you
how to
hero.
do this.
But it is what it is. So, with physique, you'll do a bit more damage if you level that up. Health will just increase the size of your health bar. And toughness will make it so that you can take more damage without dying. So you gain more resistance. So your health bar will go down a bit smaller than if you had less toughness. And if you level up any of these skills, your character will slowly get a bit bigger. Let's check here. I don't know why they have this. A separate slot for each one, where on the first one you can just have 3. Anyway, that's good. Speed is a really good stat. It's just quicker animation. You can basically attack faster. Accuracy increases the damage you do with bows, and you can zoom in a bit further. Guile is actually really good. Increases the actual experience that you get, and prices become better, and you can you're less harder to detect when sneaking. So yeah, it's a very useful stat. And then here you have is that done? Yeah. And then here you have just a ridiculous amount of spells. You have 19 spells which all do different types of things. I'll explain each spell individually. In Flame, it's really overpowered when it's finally leveled up. Basically just one hit kill everything around you. It starts off small and it just gets bigger and bigger, like how it's shown there in that little display. You can just absolutely destroy people, very good. Fireball isn't as useful, but it's good to just charge up and take out people from a bit of a distance, but honestly it's not worth getting Fireball at all. Battle Charge is pretty good if you just want to get through a large group of enemies standing in the footpath. Just sort of just smash through them all and keep running. Multi-Strike's really good. If you have a high level sword, it does like 700 damage. You upgrade multi-strike to, let's say about its max level, and it will do whatever the level is of the multi-strike, it will do times that much damage. So if you have a sword that does like 200 damage, and your multi-strike level is like 4, it will do 800 damage in total to an continuously hitting them, like how it shows on the display there. Lightning is really good as well. You start off level 1, so you can upgrade to level 2, and I believe each level, if you're level 2, you can use lightning on 2 enemies at once. Level 3, all the way up to whichever level it is. You'll do more damage with lightning. I think it's 70 damage per second, so you'll just keep shocking people and can cause their heads to come off. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's an overall decent spell. It's worth leveling late game, but it's not very, it's not needed really. Divine Fury, it's like I will be getting into this spell actually. It's like an area of effect spell, like in Flame. So it basically picks up enemies off the ground and does continuous damage to them over a period of time. Like I think it's about 50 damage per second. It's really good. Infernal Wrath is exactly the same, but it's the evil version of Divine Fury. So yeah, it's a really good spell though. But it's not needed. It's not necessary to have this. Force Push is a bit like Battle Charge. Just get people out of the way if you're taking too much damage from too many people at once. You just hit a button and they go flying away. And yeah, it's really useful. Turncoat, you can make enemies fight for you in battle. The higher level it is, the longer you keep them in battle fighting for you for. It does take up a lot of magicka though. And I believe... oh no, that's a different one. Slow time, self-explanatory, slows down time, and you can just... it's a lot like speed upgrade where you can just attack enemy as many times as you want. It's very useful against werewolves like shown in the display because they attack very fast. So you attack them. It's good to pair with speed because you can put a lot of damage on an enemy even if you have a very crappy weapon. Drain life. You can suck the life from enemy. A little orb will fly around, and when the orb comes in contact with you, you'll gain the health of the enemy that you just hit. So the higher level it is, the more orbs that spawn from the enemy and give you health. Summons. You start off with a little wasp, and whatever that kills, whatever the actual wasp kills, you'll be able to summon whatever it kills. So if a wasp ends up killing like a bandit, you'll be able to summon a bandit, and if a bandit kills a giant, you can summon a giant, whatever. So yeah, it's quite a interesting spell. You can't summon everything though. Like if your summon killed Jack of Blades, you wouldn't be able to summon Jack of Blades, obviously. So it won't be able to summon like bosses and stuff like that, but just normal mobs at will. And the higher level it is, the more things you can summon. Physical Shield is a very good spell to start off with. If you're new to the game, it's basically your mana becomes a shield, and every hit you take will be equivalent to the amount of health you would take from that hit. So instead of losing health, you lose mana. When you're out of mana, you lose your shield. Berserk is one of those crazy overpowered evil spells where you can just sort of go around chopping people's heads off and just go on a random rampage and just go insane and kill everything in one hit. The higher level it is, the more damage you do. It's good to pair with, if you have Berserk and Multi-Strike paired together, you do a ridiculous amount of damage. It's insane. So it's very good against bosses. Assassin Rush, very useful spell to start off with. Definitely grab this. This is very useful in fights. You can basically just dart behind enemies and hit them in the back continuously. So it's very useful. As you see there in the display, that's what it does. The higher level it is, the further you can use Assassin Rush with. It's good for just traveling around the game. You can just spam it and just fly straight through the map really quick. And Heal Life is a very useful starting thing to have. Basically train mana to gain health, and you can heal followers. This is the only way you can heal followers. When I first started the game and I did the quest where you have to have followers with you, I had Heal Life and I thought that you had to give them food or health potions, and I just didn't know how to actually do it. But yeah, if you want to heal followers, definitely have to pick this one up, especially if you're going to go into Darkwood with just 2 followers. If ever they take damage, you can just easily quickly heal them. It's a very useful spell to have starting off. Ghost Sword, it's a bit like Summon, but you can summon a sword to fight next to you, and the sword can take damage and get destroyed by enemies. So basically that's what it looks like in its final stage display. You just summon a big group of swords. Level 5 you summon 5 swords, level 2, 2 swords, and they just basically fight enemies. It's not very useful against bosses, but it's good against just little mobs if you're getting swarmed, but not a necessary thing to get starting off. Multi-arrow if you're interested in using bows. This will just shoot more arrows out, and it will take up a lot of mana. It's a bit like multi-strike, but it's for your bow. So basically what it looks like in the display there, you can just shoot out a large array of bows. So if you have the strongest bow in the game, it's very useful against bosses. And Jack of Blades fight as well. If you have multi-arrow, you can just shoot out 6 arrows at the boss and it will do 6 times as much damage. So yeah, very useful, but not something you need to start off with. And magic power is the amount of mana that you have. So the more you upgrade this, the bigger the bar of mana you will have. So it's always good to upgrade that whenever you have some extra experience. If you're interested in will, mainly, yeah, definitely go for that.
There is little else for me to teach you, but I will always be around to offer you guidance.
Alright, so that's our first quest done. He gave us a lamp, a few health potions, will potion, 2 resurrection files, apple pie, 58 renown, experience, and no boasts. Boasts are just things, I'll show you what boasts are a bit later. It saves after that, which is good. Alright, so I'm going to start off with Guile, and then I'll start putting in strength, physique, not really tough, pretty good in combat, don't really have to worry about it. So we'll go pick up our first quest. I think we will be able to boast for it, but I'll show you what it is next. So this is where you can do boast. You stand on this platform and a little list will come up of the quest that is currently active. can choose to do the quest naked, without weapons.
Follow me! It's this way!
Without weapons. Take no damage. No hostages hurt, stuff like that. So if you manage to complete it at the end, you'll get a bonus reward, which is alright, I guess. But I tend not to take boasts all the time.
Hurry! You know nothing of the world.
Go through here to the left, you can get your first silver key.
Follow me! Over here!
So like I said before, or in the previous video, you use silver keys to unlock chests in the game.
Look at you! You smell like...
Look at this. He really expect... Well...
So what you can do, you can hit the bully, you can do whatever you want to the bully.
Oh, to have a sword again.
Just
Got you where you stand.
like this. Pick him out.
Ah, not at me. Dirt to the
I'll
old...
just hit him. If I didn't get it.
Ow!
If I didn't get a bad point for doing that.
If you see that wimp again, give it... You've earned my thanks, hero. Perhaps we'll meet again, hero.
Is that hero again? So we got 20 good points. Hopefully we didn't get any bad points for hitting that guy with the sword. It just was an innocent kid. I don't think we did though.
It's this way! Play...
Alright, here we go. Kill a little Nick area. Confused between that.
Thanks for saving me. I'm gonna tell everyone about you.
20 good points. More good points. Killing all these. A few things you can pick up here. Here's a boss. Just spins around and spawns some more of these wasps. You can spend a long time here and just kill the wasp, and never attack the boss if you want.
Your bow may
More experience, but what I do is just beat the shit out of the boss.
More wasps have spawned, but they are no match for your...
And the little wasp can be annoying when you're trying to hit the boss. And what I do is just continuously hit wasp while he's down, and get more strength points for doing that.
Remember, you can also use your will powers against her.